Hello, I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man. My guest is Rebecca Young. Rebecca is a partner specialising in media law and intellectual property. So, Rebecca, we've seen M&S in dispute with Aldi about Colin, and also just before Christmas about gin bottles, but it feels the tables have turned a little bit now. What's happened?
Hi, Dom. Yes, that's right. Many might recall that last year, Marks and Spencer's issued a claim against Aldi relating to its Colin the Caterpillar range. And later on in the year, it issued a second claim relating to an allegation of alleged infringement of its registered design rights as it relates to the gin snow globes that you may see in stores. Now, Marks and Spencer's finds itself on the receiving end of a claim, which has been issued by Lacoste, which is the French fashion house brand, with an allegation of infringement upon Lacoste trademarks as it relates to the Crocodile logo and the use by Marks and Spencer's of a crocodile on household items and clothing.
So, Rebecca, you mentioned the crocodile. Is the crocodile valuable to Lacoste? And does it mean that it's not possible for anyone else to put a crocodile on clothing?
Well, Dom, that's ultimately for the judge to decide in this case. And in any trademark infringement case, it's always fact specific. So it depends upon what it is that you're proposing to do and how it is that you're proposing to do it. Now, Lacoste, like any well-known brand, will likely have an armour of trademarks in place to protect the reputation and the brand and the goodwill that they've spent a number of years developing and investing in. What is important to note, however, is that you can infringe upon a rights owner's trademark rights, even if you're not using an identical mark, an identical logo on the same goods or services, what we refer to in trademarks as being the classes in which a trademark happens to be registered. So you can infringe upon that trademark owner's rights in the trademark by using a similar sign on goods which are identical or similar, where there is a likelihood of confusion arising, or even where you may be using a mark which is similar or identical on goods where that registered mark has an established reputation and goodwill, and the use that you're making of that mark gives you an unfair advantage or is detrimental to the distinctive nature of that mark. Now, what we understand in this instance is that Lacoste is alleging that Marks and Spencer's, by its use of the crocodile, that they are using that in a way which is likely to cause confusion, or it sees Marks and Spencer's taking an unfair advantage in the marketing. Now, as we understand, Marks and Spencer's have yet to file their defence in this particular case, but they have made a public statement, and I'll just quote some of that to you, Dom, because that's quite helpful in putting into context what Marks and Spencer's position is. So Marks and Spencer's have said that the products were created independently of any other retailer and that they were unique to it. And it points to the design, which is an animal design, this crocodile print, which I understand might have formed part of a Roald Dahl collection that they did, and they used other animals as well. That it was popular with customers and that it formed part of last season's crocodile print. So ultimately, this is for the judge to decide as to whether or not Lacoste is able to make out its claim. And what Lacoste is asking for is that Marks and Spencer's have to destroy any of the goods which they have at Marks and Spencer's cost, together with an injunction preventing them from infringing upon Lacoste trademark rights in the future. And they may also ask for their legal costs, together with either damages or an account of the profits which have been made by Marks and Spencer's.
So JMW's intellectual property team have lawyers in Manchester and London. How can the intellectual property team help?
Well, here at JMW, we can help you from the very outset. So registering your trademarks through to then enforcing those trademarks. So policing any possible infringement. And at JMW, we have particular expertise in assisting clients in that, but also within the fashion and the retail sector.
Rebecca, thank you very much for your insight. And if you'd like to speak to Rebecca, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.